Hey guys, back at you again. I wanted to talk about the rookie QBs and how they performed in the preseason. So we have four QBs I would like to talk about today. We got Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Desmond Ritter, and Malik Willis. Matt Corral is a little bit different because of his injury. He didn't play much, but what we did see was encouraging. So I'll start off with Kenny Pickett. The dude should start. I think it's just obvious. Start Kenny Pickett. I don't think Mr. Trubisky's bad, but kind of the whole thing with him was maybe he's cleaned up his act. Maybe he can be a franchise quarterback after his time in Buffalo. But I think we can just already tell. I know it's preseason, but I think we can already tell he's maybe better than he was at Chicago, but he's nothing elite or special. He's not a franchise quarterback. Kenny Pickett has shown flashes of that ability. I think starting him does give him the best chance to succeed, though, right now. I mean, if you look at Trey Lance, who didn't hardly play at all last year, and now he's kind of hurting from it because this is going to kind of be his rookie year. Even with sitting last year, being able to learn in this camp, he still seems behind. Don't do that to Kenny Pickett. Start him. Give him this year of experience. He's got good weapons, receivers, tight end, running back, great defense. Offensive line, not so much, but people have done more with less. So let him start. That is my plea to you, Steelers. Please let Kenny Pickett start. I think he's proved it in preseason. I mean, playing against the Jaguars, he was surgical against them in that preseason game, and I think that was when he had the most action against the starters. And he did more against them than Mr. Trubisky did. He did more in one drive Mr. Trubisky did in like 3 or 4. So just start Kenny Pickett. He's looked great. You can see he's got accuracy at the mid-level, over the middle, to the sides. His deep ball is pretty good too. Mitch has a decent deep ball as well, but I don't think Mitch has the kind of middle of the field accuracy as much as Kenny Pickett. And short throws, I think I'm going to go Kenny Pickett on that one too. Mitch isn't bad at them, but I like Kenny Pickett as more of a distributor, facilitator between those two. So that's something I would suggest with the Steelers. I mean, you have the team to do so, so start him. You don't have a poverty franchise that is decrepit of talent around him, and you shouldn't be scared to start him. Just start him. You've got enough around him where he should do okay, and then you can build upon that for the next year. And he's got experience. I think right now you have the perfect position where you can have him be like, all right, take a deep breath, get it to the playmakers, whether it's like West Coast offense. I don't even know if they run that though. Just give it to your playmakers, let them make the play. So let them carry him right now. So that in the future, if it comes time to pay Claypool or Johnson or even Pickens, you don't have to be, they don't have the leverage saying, I made Pickett. Like, Pickett's nothing without me. No, in that situation, it's like, if we have to, we will cut bait with you because Pickett is good enough to do this by himself. So I think they should just go ahead, start Pickett. Rip the Band-Aid off, start Pickett. What will they do? I think they'll start Trubisky. Just because I think Tomlin's a veteran guy and wants a veteran quarterback. But I would start Pickett. Malik Willis, he's looked pretty good. He's going up against backups, and honestly, as far as like a passer, not great. He's done some nice things. He has some nice deep balls. He's a little shorter than I would like. It almost reminds me of Jordan Love coming out of college, small college, big arm. But Jordan Love was taller, and Jordan Love hasn't panned out so great. But, we see that with Josh Allen with little college, big arm. Wyoming's not that little, I get it, but it's not like a SEC school type thing. So, Malik Willis played pretty well in preseason, but even he got like benched by Vrabel because he was running it too much. So he needs to settle down, focus on passing. We know you can run. We know you are a weapon with your feet. That's great. Work on your passing. And I think he will get some live action this year. I'm not saying it's because Tannehill's going to play bad. I think Tannehill will play well enough to keep the job, but I think the Titans are fortunate to have had like 2 full years of healthy Tannehill. So I think they're about to experience an injured Tannehill and Malik Willis starting. How will he hold up? It might not look pretty. It might not look good. It might look terrible at first, but give him time. Don't make judgments so quick. You just want to see, can he learn from his mistakes? Can he develop? Can he not make the same mistake twice? If he repeatedly makes the same mistake, then you kind of know, hey, something's got to change here. But overall, Malik Willis has done pretty solid. I also don't know if they have a good enough wide receiver room for him to start, really, to support him, like almost the exact opposite of Kenny Pickett, who has great receivers. Malik Willis would have Robert Woods and Trey Burks. Is that right? Yeah, Treylon Burks. I like Trey Burks. I really do. But I don't know if he's ready to be that number 1 or number 2 guy right now. He could be a number 2 right now. He'll be a number 1 eventually, but right now he's like a 2. So overall, I think Malik Willis has played well. I think he will start at some point this season, not because of performance, but because of injury. And then we get to, I'll go to Matt Corral so we can end on Desmond Ridder. Matt Corral, he looked good in his preseason. He strong arm, leader. He got injured at college, and that's kind of what happened this time. It was a Liz Frank injury, which is a little scary for running backs. For quarterbacks, it shouldn't be too bad. But even for that, I don't know if I wouldn't have wanted Matt Corral to start this year anyways. But I really like hearing how Baker's taken him under his wing and kind of been mentoring him a little bit. But I kind of like that. Baker's a very rah-rah guy, getting the guys behind him, like as a leader-wise. And I think that might rub off on Matt Corral, which is good. But he's got to work more on his accuracy and pocket presence. He didn't run as much as Malik Willis, which is good. But overall, we saw encouraging signs with Matt Corral, and I look forward to seeing him next year. I think he is a good prospect with the ability to succeed. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Short preseason, didn't see a whole lot, but what we did see was encouraging and good. Maybe the future franchise quarterback of the Panthers, if he develops correctly. Now on to Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder has been pretty impressive. I actually think one of his worst games was against the Jaguars, where he got a lot of playing time against backups. Jacksonville didn't play hardly any starters, but it was interesting to watch. He did a lot of good things in every game. That last game though, he threw a interception that was just so late, and I don't know why you still throw that ball, but anyway, he did. But besides that, he's playing well. He has commanded the offense. He's a good leader in the locker room and on the field. He can run well. He's got a good arm. Can he be? I think his consistency with accuracy is going to be something he needs to work on, whether it's short throws, deep throws, across the middle. Across the middle, he's just late with those. He doesn't throw with anticipation as much as I'd like. I wish he would anticipate more of, all right, this dude's about to cut. I'll just go ahead and place the ball between these two, this linebacker and safety. But instead he waits. Okay, he's open now. I'm going to throw it. Well, that's too late. You can't do that. So I think it's something he should be working on. And I think he'll benefit from sitting a year, learning the offense more. But I wouldn't be surprised if he also starts, almost like Malik Willis. I don't think he'll start because Mariota's playing bad. I think he might start because Mariota got hurt. It's a consistent theme with Mariota where he gets hurt, and I think it might happen again. But overall, I thought Desmond Ridder played well, and I believe that he can succeed. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out. I thought him and Kenny Pickett were very good. Probably should have been the first two selected. Malik Willis has a lot of potential, but I thought he was a little too short. And he came out of Liberty, which isn't a big school, and I kind of like that on the resume for it. So, but it's encouraging for the Falcons. So Falcons, you might have just found a gem in Desmond Ridder. I hear good things about it. All the guys love him, so I think it'll work out well. So, as far as rookie QBs go, I mean, they all played pretty well. And I think the three, besides Matt Corral, I think those three will get playing time this year. I'm calling it now. There will be a week in the season where all three of those guys are starting. Might be week 15, might be week 16, 17. But it'll happen. I'm calling it. So you guys can go back to this video and see, hey, this dude was right about something. But that's all I got for you guys. So hit like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.